So you just learned about what a unit angle is, and now we're going to talk about measuring them. We're not going to get into the actual tool that we would use. That's going to be the next lesson, which is a protractor. So today we're going to focus on what to do if there isn't a protractor and identifying different angles. Some of them are pretty easy to spot pretty quickly. Fun fact, you can use these little shapes here to help you figure out what the angles are. In fact, this angle right here, that is 30 degrees. So one of these fitting inside an angle is 30 degrees. If I'm going to measure one, I can stick it inside and make it fit. So this one goes here, and that one goes right there. So this shape right here in the book is exactly 30 plus 30, 60 degrees. Another fun fact, this shape, this corner right here, is exactly 60 degrees. In fact, I can fit this shape right in, and those lines almost completely hug it. So this, I'm doing the best I can here, that's about 60 degrees. Now, whenever we are looking at angles, if I have an angle that's like this, I can automatically tell it's a right angle. But the big thing that gives it away is this right here. No angle will have that shape inside of it unless it is right. So if the angle is like not quite lined up with the lines, it looks a little weird, you're not quite sure, if you see that, right angle. If it's like that, and you're unsure because it's in a different position, if you see this, right angle. Other angles, if they are not right, have a little bubble, just a little half circle inside of it. No matter how big they are, there will always be a circle inside. So that should automatically tell you, you can spot those 90 degrees from a mile away. So when I'm measuring an angle, if I'm looking in my book right here, and I'm trying to measure these different angles, let's take a look at how we can do that. So in this case, I'm going to try and fit right into there. And those fit beautifully. 3, 6, 30, 60. So this is 60 degrees. Again, I'm looking right at that. Nope, not even going to give it a second thought. That is a right angle. Now this one, just because it's facing the other direction does not mean that it's in the hundreds. When an angle is open, it doesn't matter what direction it opens up to. This could be 30 degrees and that could be 30 degrees. So if it's opening up like that, I know for sure it's greater than 180 degrees because 180 is a straight line. So even if it's opening up in a different direction like that, it's pretty quick for me to tell that I'm using the same side. Now we'll talk about this on the next lesson on how to measure that with the protractor. But for now, just focus on, don't matter what direction it's facing. If it's closed or if it's open, it doesn't matter which way it's going. So I'm skipping him because I see that square and immediately I know it is a right angle. Now to this guy, he's facing the other way, doesn't matter. I'm going to use this and slide him right on in. Beautiful, perfect fit. So that one's 30 degrees. Good grief. That guy is not 180. It is more than 180. Just because it is going straight and then it leans down. But I'm looking, my circle here is on the inside. So really, that's just an upside down circle, or it's an upside down angle. When you have this little circle, that tells you which direction it's going. So like the one underneath it, we'll talk about that in a second. But when I'm looking here, I'm just going to fit in 3, 6, 9, 12. See if those fit. Almost. 15. There it is. So that is 150. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 150 degrees. Same thing with this one. You just fill them in until they all fit. 3, 6, 9, 12. This one's also 150 degrees. All right, this guy. This is a weird one. You see a nice, beautiful little corner, but there is no square. That is because this is not a right angle. Look at where this little bubble is. It is on the outside. So that means that your angle has like widened past. It's sort of like you're taking the clock hands and you're moving it down. So if this is 90 degrees going the right way, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of thinking on this part. Because this is 90 degrees. If it were completely straight, that would be 180 degrees. So now I'm gonna have to go down and add another 90. So basically, this is a 90 degree, here's a 90 degree, and here's a 90 degree. This is 3 90 degrees. So I can do 90 degrees times 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 9 is 27. So this is 270 degrees. One more and it would be a full circle. So you always have to pay attention. Again, you're looking for that square to immediately know if it's a right angle. If there's not that square there, then you need to pay close attention to what it's asking. So this one right here, again, that circle's on the outside, meaning that this angle has bent over backwards all the way down. It's not straight, so I know it's not going to be 270. So it's going to be less than 270, but greater than 180. So what I can do there is I can take my measurements if I want, or I could just be like, okay, well, look, 3, 6. If I line those up there, oh, look, the top of this shape gives me a very perfect continuation of the line on top. So if I just did 180 plus 60, so 180 plus 30, and then 180 plus 60, not one. 180 plus 2 30s to add them on. So here's a 180, adding in to complete it. I just add those up, and that's all you're doing. It's really not that bad. You just have to pay attention to this. Same thing here. This is 180, make it nice and straight, add them in until you fill it in. And whatever you do here, you just add it to 180, okay? Same thing with this guy. In this case, it's just adding the 30. Sound good? It's not so bad. You'll enjoy. Get to play with shapes.